morning, Mr. Moon. For any of you that have done gravel worlds, Jill and I are going to see what the last few miles of the course feels like running instead of biking.
You know, Jill and I have been at this training really significantly since the beginning of November. February was peak mileage weeks, a lot of them. Long distance runs, long distance bikes on the weekends.
What'd you think of the run today?
I think you saved my ass when I wanted to give up on the big hill. I think it was really hard. It was mentally challenging.
Yeah. 22 is long. Well, Jill, what'd you think of the bike ride after the 22-mile long run?
Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Definitely learned that you can bike pretty far and at an okay pace on fairly tired legs. They're just gonna feel really heavy the whole time. I think early in the training I thought, wow, why do my legs feel so heavy when I go out on the bike ride on Sunday after the long run? And I think, I just must not, be doing very good recovery-wise. And then I realized that actually, like, that's how they're gonna feel on race day. They're not gonna feel fresh after running a 50K. And, by doing a little bit of a higher cadence, backing off a little bit, not muscling up the hills, I can keep going for quite a while and actually at a fairly okay pace. There's just a lot of mental component to it. One of the iconic features of the Mid-South is, of course, the bright red mud. Quite frankly, going into this, that's been my biggest concern. And I've been fairly nervous about if it's going to be really muddy down there, how that's going to play out.
We went through the mud for you, Bobby.
At the beginning of February, it was actually pretty moist around here. And so on some of our runs, we ran on really soggy roads. So got some time running on some soggy, little muddy roads. And on the run, you can get through it. The bike, on the other hand, I think is a little harder on the mud.
New friend Hannah from Sunflower Bike Shop in Lawrence took us out and got us muddy.
Hey, muddy buddies.
Kind of ended up doing some mud training unexpectedly. We had gone down to Lawrence thinking it was going to be a little drier in Kansas than it was up here. Which is definitely not the case. I think it was actually soggier and wetter and muddier down there than it was back here. But we ended up putting in a over 50-mile ride in some really muddy conditions. It's not the same mud, but it built some confidence. I was able to ride through it. Didn't break a derailleur during the ride. I had some derailleur problems after.
Stoke level 8,000 from the ride today.
I can't control the rain that's gonna fall or not fall in Oklahoma, but I can control knowing what to do to my bike if I'm starting to have some mechanical problems. So the guys at Method had me bring my bike in, and they walked me through a variety of scenarios that could happen to a derailleur or a shifting cable because of mud, and taught me multiple ways to either fix it or convert my bike into a single speed, because it would really suck to have a mechanical end this, especially if my legs were doing okay.
Don't stop me now, having such a good time.
Something I think has been really important while we're building up months and months of training load is the recovery piece. In addition to some of the ice baths and self-care, Jill and I both see Dr. Adam Gensler. Adam's a chiropractor, but he focuses on myofascial ART work and can get in and get rid of some painful or achy spots. So we're really able to keep going out weekend after weekend and doing these long miles.
So go slow, stick your butt back, let your tail tuck underneath now. There.
I think this process has reminded me that, consistency pays off more than monster mileage weekends. It's good to get long miles in, but the consistency of actually just doing the work week after week really builds fitness. I looked back at Strava posts, and we've been doing a weekly 10 miles on Wednesday mornings since the 4th of November. So 4 months of Wednesday 10 milers. I think both of us just feel really appreciative to physically be intact because we've both experienced not being intact. At this point, we've essentially made it to the starting line. I'm trying to just stay focused on reminding myself of what I did do and what went well, and using that to feel confident and kind of calm going into the race.
I think the hay is officially in the barn.